want her to be safe and be home.
Due tonight on KGW News, the plea from family and friends asking for help to find a missing senior. Plus, why the family of a teenager killed in a crash on Savvie Island is asking the judge to go easy on the alleged driver. Then later cleared for an emergency landing. What happened when an Alaska Airlines jet touched down at PDX with a blown out tire. Thanks for joining us. I'm David Mulco. We begin at 11 with the search for a missing 81-year-old. You may have seen her name. It is Judith Roberts on highway reader boards all over the Portland metro. Authorities saying the senior was last seen on Friday near her West Lynn home. That's where Catherine Cook spoke with neighbors tonight. Catherine?
David, they're worried about her, and so are family members. Late tonight, they shared new information with us. They say Judith was spotted twice along the Oregon coast on Friday. They hope you'll keep looking out for her and her car.
She's like the sweetest, kindest old woman in the world, and I miss her.
Julianne Farley is worried about her grandmother, 81-year-old Judith Roberts of West Lynn. Friends and family know her as Judy. She's been missing since Friday.
We're just really hoping that she is safe and that she will be home soon.
Police say Friday was the last time anyone saw Judy. She was wearing a pink shirt and sitting in her car, a white Volkswagen Jetta like this one, license plate 501 JYP. It was near her home on Wildwood Drive and Carriageway in West Lynn. Police broadcast her information on reader boards, hoping for tips. And Julianne says her grandmother's car was spotted twice on Friday on the Oregon coast. First, around 2:30 p.m. at a gas station in Lincoln City, then 2 hours later in Florence.
If anyone has come across someone who just seems very confused that might look like her and might have her car, any information is really appreciated.
Julianne confirms her grandmother has cognitive challenges and her family was preparing to move her. Judy's daughter tells KGW her mom's decline was slow enough that she had been safe at her home, especially among such caring neighbors.
We didn't know about that. She seemed pretty okay, for being by herself. She seems okay and independent.
John Tran and his wife live across the street from Judy. They would see her almost every day.
Whenever she see me outside, she came over and chit-chat a little bit, talking about flowers, life. I hope she's safe and come home.
Police say Judy doesn't have her cell phone and may be endangered. She's about 5'6" with short gray hair and glasses. If you see her, call 911. Her family would be so grateful.
We just want her to be safe and be home.
One more detail. Judy's daughter says her mom had a unique bumper sticker on the back of her white Jetta, similar to this one. It says "I Heart Ojai" and it's decorated with oranges. Again, if you see Judy or her car, you can call 911 or the non-emergency dispatch line at 503-635-0238. David.
Sounds like we got to keep an eye out for that bumper sticker, especially along the coast. Thanks so much, Catherine. Meanwhile, a local nonprofit is working tonight to find 2 other missing Oregonians, and they're asking for the community's help. Oregon's Vanished is hosting a fundraiser and awareness event at the Burgerville on 82nd and Gleason. Tomorrow from 5 to 8 in the evening, they'll be handing out flyers and collecting donations to go toward search efforts. They're focused right now on 2 missing people, Blake Nelson and Charlotte Fosgate.
Anybody with a missing family member, their whole world stops. It is the worst grief and tragedy you can ever experience. So to have your family member found is everything, whether it's closure, whether it's getting them the help that they need.
The organization says funds raised will go toward equipment like wave runners and sonar gear to help in water searches. For more information, you can visit OregonsVanished.org. Developing tonight, for the first time, we're hearing from the mother of a Gresham teenager killed by a stray bullet while he slept. Joe Ranieri has the update.
No parent should have to go through what Jessica Bailey has been going through.
Liam was a bright-eyed 13-year-old boy.
But it's especially hard on this day. May 19th should be a day of celebration for Liam Spanley Bailey.
Today's his birthday. He was supposed to be 14.
Early in the morning on April 27th, Liam was shot inside his dad's apartment on Southwest 11th Avenue in Gresham.
He loved his family. He loved his brothers. He loved his friends. He loved his girlfriend, Grace.
Liam was asleep when a stray bullet went into the apartment and killed him. It's coming up on nearly a month since the shooting, and Jessica is still waiting to find out more.
All I know is there was a shooting. His dad, William, called me at 2 a.m. and told me something had happened.
Gresham police haven't released much information yet, but late last week they released the names of the 3 suspects that are wanted for Liam's murder. Police want help finding 20-year-old Anthony Hunter Jr., 20-year-old Xavier Hirsch, and 16-year-old Terrell Coy, while his mom waits for justice.
In his spare time, he loves skateboarding. In the past 2 years, he's been working really hard on getting better at skating and doing tricks.
She'll always remember the joy her son brought to her and his skating community. Joe Ranieri, KGW News.
Another tough story tonight. The 18-year-old driver accused of manslaughter in the death of his teenage passenger in a crash this weekend on Savvie Island has gone before a judge. Authorities say Aiden Hurd was driving an off-road vehicle on private property when it crashed, killing the 17-year-old passenger. Hurd is also accused of driving under the influence. Today, the victim's parents appeared via video in court and asked the judge to show leniency.
While Aiden might be just 18 years old, he is so young and deserves a chance to build his life. He made a mistake that so many other people have made, but it does not cost them their future. We're pleading with this court not to ruin Aiden's life. He will suffer enough, and it will not bring our daughter back. And in fact, it is not something she would have wanted, and it will tarnish her memory.
The Scappoose School District sent a letter home to parents about the teen's death, saying extra staff and counselors will be on hand to help students. You have less than 24 hours now to get your ballots in for tomorrow's special election in Oregon, and so far it appears voter turnout is very low. As of this evening in Multnomah County, only 15% of registered voters have turned in their ballots. Some Portland parents who've been pushing hard for a bond measure the school district is asking for hope that number picks up. Most of the $1.8 billion bond is allocated to modernize and rebuild 3 high schools, Ida B. Wells, Cleveland, and Jefferson, with some going to seismic improvements and upgrades at other schools. Parents were out rallying at Cleveland tonight.
It's critical. I mean, we can't do it if it doesn't get passed. And we just put it off. We just kick the can down further down the road. And, you know, every year the risk of the big one increases. And every year our schools continue to deteriorate.
Ballots must be postmarked at tomorrow's date at the latest or in an official drop box by 8 p.m. And shortly after the first ballots are counted tomorrow, we'll be streaming a special election edition of KGW News live on our TV app. It's KGW Plus. You can join us at 9 for the latest election results from around the Portland Metro, as well as headlines and your full forecast. That's election night at 9, streaming only on KGW Plus. Well, let's take you outside on this Monday night. 54 degrees in the Rose City, and while the week just got started, some folks are already looking ahead to the unofficial start of summer. Matt Safino's here with a look ahead to your holiday weekend. Matt?
Yeah, you know what? I think the most important part of the forecast, the holiday weekend, is also the best part of the forecast. We're going to have some cool days before this, but once we get to Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, look at this. Temperatures climbing to 72 Saturday, 81 on Sunday, still in the mid to upper 70s on Monday, even though we'll see some afternoon showers or thunderstorms developing. So make your outdoor plans now. It's going to be great. Friday, kind of getaway day, a little bit touch and go with showers, but I don't think that will even be too bad at all. Right now, though, we got plenty of showers across northwest Oregon, up in the Coast Range here. Not much in the valley, though. We had a little drizzle outside about 20 minutes ago. You see, there are still showers off the coast of Washington, which means I have to keep showers in the forecast for tomorrow. And we had thunderstorms in eastern Oregon earlier. That's now kind of morphed into just an all-out rain affair north of Ontario, heading on off into Idaho. That'll be soon exiting out into Idaho in just a little bit. So we're not quite done with the showers, but they've really backed off. 0.14 of an inch of rain today in Portland, and that was one of the bigger amounts, a little bit more at Newport and Astoria. We look at what we had, though, over the weekend, though. It was amazing. Saturday, 1.23 inches. Not only a record for the date, but the wettest day of 2025 so far. So it was indeed a soaker. Tomorrow, just scattered showers. We should get a break around midday, and we'll take another look at that holiday weekend forecast in a bit, David.
Hey, rain now, sunshine for the weekend. Thanks, Matt. To get you caught up on tonight's other headlines now, a 6th grader at Portland's Hosford Middle School has died. Clackamas County Sheriff's deputies say the 12-year-old shot himself in what appears to be an accidental shooting. The school identifies the victim as Elios Renteria and shared the news of his death with permission from his family. The school has trauma intervention workers available for students and staff and has started a fundraiser to support his family. In eastern Oregon, the Umatilla County Sheriff has been arrested for driving under the influence. The Gillum County Sheriff's Office says a deputy stopped Sheriff Terry Rowan Friday night on I-84 for a traffic violation. They say he later recorded a blood alcohol level of 0.19. Sheriff Rowan was cited and released. In a statement, the sheriff says he takes full responsibility for his arrest and, without getting into the details, said he was fully cooperating with authorities. In Northeast Portland, police say what appears to be utility poles that were intentionally cut down led to a crash. This is near Sandy Boulevard and 152nd. The driver crashed into the pole, though was okay. Police also say they found several other poles described as obsolete that had been cut down. Anyone with information here is asked to contact Portland Police. Clackamas County has a brand new commissioner who takes over a spot that was opened up by scandal. The board has appointed Diana Helm, the former Damascus mayor, this afternoon, replacing the seat left vacant by Melissa Fireside. Now, Fireside was elected last November, but resigned after she was charged with 8 felony counts of theft and forgery. Helm will serve in the role through 2026, when an election will be held for the remainder of the term, which runs through 2028. And an Alaska Airlines plane suffered a tire blowout on takeoff in Chicago, forcing it to make an emergency landing at PDX. This is video of the plane safely on the ground. Despite the blowout, the crew determined it was still safe to fly, and emergency crews at PDX were ready to help.
When you have some kind of a irregular thing happen to you, you want to make sure that you have all the safety bases covered. So that's kind of standard to have the equipment standing by.
Alaska says technicians would carefully inspect the plane before clearing it to fly. Tonight on The Story, Multnomah County Chair Jessica Vega Peterson defended the county's plan to stop supplying tents and tarps for those living on the streets, except during severe weather. The chair's goal, to have enough shelter and housing so tents are not needed, though some community organizations have argued we're not there yet.
So I'm so curious. I've covered this for quite some time now. Why the change in policy now?
Yeah, well, you know, the reality is that there wasn't actually an administrative rule or any kind of policy previously saying when or how tents and tarps should be handed out. It was something, honestly, pre-COVID that the county didn't. If you look at the historical data, the county wasn't handing out tents and tarps in any significant numbers.
Oh, there's a taste. You can watch the full interview or any episode of The Story anytime. Just download our free TV app. It's KGW Plus on Roku, Apple TV, or Fire TV.